Wake-up call. It was 3 o'clock in the morning when her phone rang. Junko Tetsuya mumbled in sleepy protest as she turned over on her side, feeling rage simmer within her. She was a deep sleeper by nature. She hated alarm clocks, and she hated waking up under any other circumstances except naturally. Junko fumbled blindly in the dark with every intention of giving the caller a piece of her mind once she got the phone in hand and pressed the connect button. At last, she placed it to her ear and growled into its mouthpiece and her pillow. "What the fuck? You'd better be calling me from goddamn Germany or something, because if you know what time it is stateside, I'm going to reach through this phone and slit your fucking throat." "Junko, it's me." Her eyes snapped wide open as wakefulness suddenly rushed into her, injected by the sharp and silken tone that greeted her like an endorphin to the bloodstream through a needle crafted of pure audio. She sat up in bed, her rage suddenly abating. She pushed the tangled locks of hair out of her eyes and curled her knees into her. Her heart was fluttering like a teenager, finally receiving the phone call from the boy she'd die for after all her hopes and dreams were nearly lost. "Takashi," was all she could say. "How have you been?" I've been better. I've been worse. You know how it is, yeah?" "Yeah," he said, and hesitated to speak further. The sudden dead air was almost more than Junko could stand. It's good to hear your voice," she said after a few moments. "Did you hear?" Hear what? She didn't care in that moment. Her stomach turned over on itself at the realization that, however important what he was going to say might be, he had used it deftly as an excuse to avoid even a moment of intimate connection with her. "Junko, did you hear?" His repetition of the question pulled her out of her head. Only then did she realize something wet was stinging her cheeks. She wiped the tears away and kept her voice as level as possible. "Hear what?" "Kaz is out." "Out?" Anxiously, she found herself leaning forward. "What do you mean, out? For good?" "Yeah, for good." "How? Why?" "I don't know. I just heard it through the grapevine. Surprised you hadn't." "Is this why you called me?" He answered her with more silence. "You aren't going to try anything, are you?" she continued. "I'm over it," he said. "Good." "Well, I just thought you'd like to know, if you didn't already." "Yeah, thanks. Take care of yourself, okay?" "You too, Takashi." "Yeah." Again, his favorite word for this conversation, it seemed. With that, the call was disconnected. Junko let her arm go limp, the phone and her hand slowly sliding from her cheek into her lap as she stared down at her covers. Her mind was racing. Had the time finally come, after all these years? As the pieces of her plan began to click into place in her mind, Junko realized she was glad Takashi was over it. Glad he'd moved on. But she hadn't. Hello everyone, and welcome to Shadowrun Universe 1, Session 3.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
What's up?
Alright. It's another late afternoon in the sprawl, and it's shaping up to be about as exciting as watching educational trid. Your comlink chimes in to let you know your rent is due, and you begin to wonder why you're sitting in your dross doing jack shit when there's money to be made in the streets of Denver. You've been working your contacts for a solid week, asking them to keep an ear to the ground and find you some work before you get kicked out into the street. If you keep calling, they're going to quit answering. There are limits, after all, and no one wants to be compared to a needy ex. And that's what's going to happen if you ring your buddies one more time. But still, no dice? As if in answer to your prayers, your comlink notifies you of an incoming call. You almost connect before the first ring is finished, but discipline yourself to wait until at least the third. Then you put your game face on and answer. Your image link reveals the face of an attractive Asian woman. Her skin like porcelain and her eyes like ice. This definitely isn't someone you know, but neither does she look like your typical Johnson. Her shoulder-length hair cascades in short, tight dreads. The collar of her leather jacket is upturned and raises high to her jaw, concealing the entire nape of her neck. Her voice, smooth as the silk of her hypercolor tank top, greets your ears. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. My name is Miss Johnson, and I have some business I'd like to discuss. Let's meet for dinner, my treat. She pauses, just for a moment, and then adds, Do you like rattlesnake?
What? She's a little confused about this. Rattlesnake? Like the actual snake or the drink?
I'll tell you more when I see you tonight. Travel safe.
Oh, okay.
She disconnects.
And she has zero idea what just happened. She kind of just, like, sits there trying to figure out if that was like a spam call or...
What?
I don't know either.
Well, she called herself Miss Johnson.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Wren has hung out to dry.
Who would be calling you?
I don't know. Should we take a job? I mean... Can you eat a rattlesnake?
I do not eat.
Alright. So here's a question. Does she go alone or does she go to the restaurant with a few people?
Well, that's up to you, isn't it?
I would suggest a group.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. The whole thing was kind of strange. So pretty much she just puts out the call.
Alright.
And should I just introduce everyone or should I just go with it?
Go ahead and introduce everyone. That would be a good time for people to jump in, why not?
So, we have our face row.
Oi.
We have roommate robotic dog, Quan Lou.
Good day.
We have Arcon's character, which I can't remember, I'm so sorry.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Double ghost.
Triple ghost.
All the ghost.
And then we have Nerd,
Hey,
Heard.
that'd be me.
who's also named Gene, but we call him Nerd. So all four of you get this call, and Wren sounds kind of confused about what just happened. She just says something about eating rattlesnakes and this really pretty Asian woman who I have no idea who it is. And apparently Johnsons can be women.
I don't see why that part is surprising at all.
Gene just has a message back saying, so you're sure it was only Miss, not Mrs.?
I'm pretty sure. Are you gonna hit on her? Please don't hit on her. I don't want to die tonight.
Can I roll my, I don't know if bars and, stuff would work? Bars and clubs? But could I know, where, who serves rattlesnake?
Yeah, go for it.
Alrighty. Nah, probably not.
I only just realized that she didn't actually give us a location, did she?
But Ro does know of a place. There is a place in Denver called the Rattlesnake Grill. It's a pretty high-end restaurant, too.
I imagine it's still just soy.
Ro relays this message and basically is like, yeah, I'm up for it.
A mystery.
Gene just says as long as there's free food, he's fine with going.
Do we have to take him?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Such a goon.
He is such a guy.
Yes, he is.
Everyone into the mystery machine.
Mystery machine?
The van.
The van is owned by Dr. Boom.
Yeah, what we have is a sports car.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm taking driver shotgun again.
Ah,
I'm
fine.
taking my scooter.
So basically, Ro goes to pick everyone up in this hot red sports car. And when she tries to call Gene up, he's like, no thanks, I have my own ride.
At least you will not be bleeding on the upholstery this time.
Well, at least you got that cleaned up pretty well.
Yeah, it wasn't too hard.
Still, I am kind of a little nervous.
Don't worry about it. I mean, job's a job. And to be perfectly honest, it's been kind of boring.
I guess you're right, but still seems a little weird.
So, as you're driving down, Ro lets you know that there are few places in Denver with food as good as the Rattlesnake Grill, especially if your preference is Southwestern flair. The burritos are heaven, and the rattlesnake is to die for. You all gather up there from your various transportation means. You see Gene and his scooter.
Wren kind of stares at it.
Gene pulls up and he puts one foot on it and then one foot on the ground. So he's posing and he's smiling and saying have you seen anything as glorious as this scooter?
It's hard to tell if Quan is imitating a statue right now, or if he's just completely shocked in disbelief at this thing that he's seeing in front of him.
Really, Gene?
I think he's serious.
I think I had a classmate who had one of those, but he was this douchebag.
It's practical too, because of the yellow, the pink and cyan makes it really pop, so cars can see you at night more easily.
It also makes it easier to steal.
Quan digs out and plays the girliest little bike bell noise that he can possibly find on the internet.
And then Gene reaches down and shows that his scooter does have a bike bell and he rings it back.
Wren just says, "Oh, Jesus Christ."
Anyway, before we get spotted near this train wreck, let's get inside.
As you cross the threshold into the restaurant, an ARO pops up welcoming you inside and presenting you with the option to view the menu. For now, you close it, and instead focus on locating Miss Johnson. You spot her flagging you down from a corner booth and snake your way through the tables and servers working the floor. Drinks have already been ordered for you notice, as well as a spinach con soy queso appetizer. Miss Johnson scoops some onto a tortilla chip and tosses it into her mouth as you slip into your seat, chewing and swallowing before she speaks. "Thank you for coming. I know it's short notice, but I appreciate your punctuality. Shall we order?" She smiles lightly. "I'm starving." Without another word, she tunes you out and begins manipulating the trackball on her comlink, no doubt browsing the menu in her image link and placing her order directly with the kitchen. Perhaps you should do the same.
Gene takes his napkin and tucks it into his shirt collar, creating essentially a bib.
God damn it, Gene.
Ro flips through, finds something that looks fairly appetizing, and orders it. She's not really concerned with the price, especially since Miss Johnson said she was paying. If I believe Wren said, is that correct?
I think she did.
Okay, good enough for me.
If not, we're just dying down.
Well, it still doesn't matter.
Quan leaves it at water.
I'll order the rattlesnake.
Gene starts going through the menu, looking specifically at what type of quesadillas they have.
Wren probably orders something light like a salad.
Miss Johnson turns her attention off her comlink and onto the table once more. "How about we get this business out of the way so we can enjoy our meals? I need a team of professionals for a fairly routine extraction. The work pays 25,000 new yen to the whole team. You can divide that up however you prefer. I can give you 10% up front as a retainer and to help out with your expenses. Are you in or out?"
I can hardly say no, but it'd be nice to have a little bit more detail.
Gene just quietly nods.
Wren's taking note.
I'm in.
All she gets back is a smiley face.
With everyone having agreed, Miss Johnson reaches into her pocket and removes a photograph, which she discreetly places on the table and slides into view.
Ro leans over.
"This is the most recent photograph I have of the target. Her name is Catherine Westmore. Within 3 days' time, I need you to get the girl and deliver her, unharmed, to a second team who will be awaiting your arrival at a safe house in the Aurora Warrens. This is very important. Not one hair on her head is to be touched. If she is hurt in any way, and I mean any way at all, you get nothing." She pauses, just for a moment, to let that sink in.
Can Gene, look around the place and see if there's anything important of note?
You can.
Well,
You rolled correctly and poorly. Miss Johnson continues. "Once you've turned her over to the second team's care, I'll transfer the remainder of your fee. How does that sound?"
Where will the other team be?
When Miss Johnson is done speaking, you take a moment to peruse the photo more closely before responding. The girl in the picture is clearly an Asian-Caucasian mix, dressed in a school uniform. Her smile is compromised by braces, and she can't possibly be older than 12.
And this photo was taken 3 months ago?
It's the most recent photograph she has.
So, this is a kid.
Yeah. Very astute. Will she try to resist?
Most likely.
Alright. I'm not sure if you're at liberty to say, but I'm assuming since you aren't wanting us to harm her, she will not be harmed.
Correct. That is why I called you, Dr. Wren.
Wren kind of snaps her attention towards her.
How do I roll the fact that I'm Asian, so I should also know if what sort of Asian they are?
Roll perception.
Well, I'm not paying attention.
Can I do anything with the Shadow World information to see if there's anything I know about her? Because I have Shadow Community knowledge.
That... Without much of a name, you can't really know anything.
Okay.
Well, I was more talking about the girl rather than the lady in front of us.
Oh yeah, I meant the lady in front of us.
Well, I'm looking into the actual image.
You believe Japanese.
That's what I'd assumed.
I mean, I feel a little better that she's not actually going to be harmed.
G nods to that.
Can we trust this second group to carry out the rest of the mission?
Most definitely.
If someone tries to take her, how would you like us to handle them? What level of severity?
I imagine that it's whatever it takes to get her back. Unharmed, of course.
Of course.
So all we need to do is just find her.
Any information on last current whereabouts?
All I have for you is the name and the photograph. I'm sorry, but I don't have much else to go on with this one.
Understood.
I assume what I've already given you is enough, right? You are, after all, professionals.
Of course. But it's always nice to have a little bit more if possible. But if you can't give that, that's fine too.
Would you like to roll negotiation?
Sure. That's what I'm good at.
The only other thing I can tell you is that her mother's name is Donna Westmore. She's a wage slave at Federated Boeing. I suggest you put feelers out on the street if you want to find out anything else. Hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did.
Are there any groups of people we should keep an eye out for?
Well, the police, of course.
Of course, but call me stereotypical, but when we're dealing with the Asian community, do we have to worry about the triads or the Yakuza?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to know. I'm happy. She looks over at Wren.
I'm fine.
There we go, then.
Actually, I have a question. Preferably someone with perception. See if the uniform she's wearing and the uniforms in the picture have an emblem on it.
Well, I got a fairly high result on my check.
Not that you could tell, no.
I'm assuming it was a color photograph.
Yes.
Then, when we're out of this area and on the move, I'll see if I can find any data on similar uniforms.
It's a good plan.
Actually, how many private schools are in Denver?
Roll for that. I have area knowledge of Denver.
There is a number of schools.
You're probably looking at dozens.
I mean, one of the schools have to match up with the picture in front of us.
Is there a background that shows any signs of something that could be checked on a reverse image search?
No.
Yeah, the reason why I'm waiting until after we leave is that I consider it to not be exactly discreet to do a data search while you're just sitting there talking to your Johnson.
Also, your meals have arrived.
Is it also possible to hack anything about that photo?
It's, no?
It's an old-fashioned paper photo?
Yes.
My one weakness.
Speaking of, Copy Freak, is it possible for me to take a picture of the lady in front of us?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, I do that.
Assuming you have some sort of camera.
I
or
do.
some sort of drone that is a camera.
Yeah.
We've got a picture.
I have a micro camera, so...
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the picture of the picture stored in memory as well.
So, you enjoy a quiet, savory meal with Miss Johnson. You make small talk about the weather, Denver gridlock, last night's combat biking match. All in all, it's a nice little calm before the storm you know is coming. Your new employer is also a breath of fresh air. There aren't many Johnsons who can put aside the business and let themselves be a metahuman around the help. She is very careful not to give away too much, however, and despite your solid hour of conversation, it all ends with you not knowing one more piece of pertinent information about her than you knew before you walked into the grill. It all ends with a round of fantastic cinnamon apple sopalas and coffee. Then, you all stand together, make your way out of the restaurant, and as you step into the parking lot, Miss Johnson casts you a glance and says, "This is the part where we part ways." She removes her car keys from her pocket, looks to each of you one last time, and gives a satisfactory little nod.
Ronald's back.
"I'll catch you later."
Bye-bye.
"Catch?" a man's voice chimes in. You turn your head and see a group of men dressed in gang colors approaching, and they don't look too happy. The speaker continues. "The only thing you're catching anytime soon, Lady Jade, is a one-way ticket straight to hell!" You know what's coming now. They draw their weapons, you draw yours, everybody fires. It's time to throw down.
Gina looks for cover.
So is Wren. Oh yeah, all Wren's carrying today is her healing equipment.
Alright.
They're armed with guns, correct?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Is there cover?
There are cars in the parking lot?
They do count as some form of cover. You could probably be shot through a car, but it would take less damage than it would normally.
I take cover behind a car that is not our sports car.
Thank you.
Speaking of, do any of them appear to be the leader of the group?
Well, there was the one who was talking.
And also they're after her, correctly? Is that correct?
That seems to be the case when they shouted at her.
So, what's happening in Quan's mind is basically just automatic at this point. As soon as he can act, he's just going to try to off the leader right off the bat.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she's paying us, so...
I'm just thinking, looking at that cluster of people really close together and thinking, Dr. Boom would really like this.
You know, at least the car is close by for when I dive behind it and act like a scared little chicken.
Hey, could you try, like, disabling their guns or something?
Yeah, the very first thing I was going to try and do and see is if who had this best looking gun, and then which one I can hack.
Hacking day guns.
Well, the main thing I was thinking was I should try and screw up their aim so they can't hit you guys as easily.
Oh, speaking of which, when you're in that trance, you move through the Matrix as fast as I move through space. So, just keep that in mind, because you too have 3 initiative passes.
You know, I'm pretty sure I can't do it, but I kind of wish I could hack one of the cars down there and make it drive forwards, running them over.
Who says you can't?
Ooh.
Alright, well, then we start with Quan Lou.
Okay. Very first thing that happens is he puts on his glowing orange war paint and pulls out his light machine gun from his mouth and immediately shoots the apparent leader with a long burst.
Okay.
This is narrow. He could dodge if he tries, but...
That was a very good roll.
That was a very bad roll.
So he does not dodge at all, and full amount of damage is 6 plus 5 plus 6. 17 damage on a single attack.
Yeah, still dead. Just dead. Good boy.
Okay, I still have a move left. I'm getting to a better firing position next to the car. So right there.
Okay. Lady Jade is going to pull out her Ares Predator and aim at the next guy. Looks like she doesn't land the hit.
Aww.
So she'll duck behind cover.
Alright, this is going to end so poorly, but increased reflexes, row.
Increases the reflexes of a voluntary subject. Each level of increase adds +1 initiative and +1 initiative pass. Caster must achieve a certain threshold for each level.
Okay, and what was the force of the spell?
3.
Okay.
I think at Force 3 you're now as fast as I am.
So that's +2 initiative passes.
Alright, does that happen immediately?
And it lasts until the end of the scene.
Alright, keep your fingers crossed, rolling for drain.
Nice!
Wait, I made it?
You only take 1 stun.
Yay. Alright.
Someone bopped you on the head or something. With like their hand, not like a mallet or something.
It's like if Gene punched you as hard as he could.
And suddenly Ro is moving as fast as the dog.
And I take cover behind the car, next to Jade.
So, this guy over here...
You know, if those guys are smart, they'd be getting the fuck out of here.
Shit's just gone down.
Robotic Hellhound has killed their leader in one shot.
Yeah, which is why this guy's going to be shooting that robotic hellhound.
That's why I have cover now. Speaking of which, if he is shooting at me, immediate reaction for full defense.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to lose one of my initiative passes, but I'm not going to get hit.
Nope, Rod, roll your defense. That's your reaction, and you get to add your dodge. He does indeed miss you, and hit the car. He will hide behind the car.
Also, Ro politely asks if Jade's okay.
She's in the middle of a gunfight. So this guy is going to shoot at her. And he hits.
Oh dear.
7 damage.
Oh goodness.
Well, they've got Ares Predators, because it's a very popular gun.
So she has to soak 7, and you're going to have to play doctor very soon.
Ooh.
Oh.
5 damage already.
Yeah, she takes a nasty hit.
Don't kill her, but she's not going to be happy.
Ro, time has slowed down for you. Or maybe you're just going really fast.
Alright. So, that's within my range. I'd like to shoot these two guys with a wide shot.
Go for it.
Or is it a wide shot or is it a medium spread? I'm sorry.
Okay, then I will roll my defense. For the first one, well, you roll that.
Okay. And it's those two guys in the center.
Okay, well, that guy gets hit. So that's 9 physical against both of them, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Let's see, 9 damage versus armor of... yes, they both take stun.
Alright. In that case, I'm closer to this car. I'm gonna move around. If I did the math correctly. There. So I can duck around this car.
Okay. Anyway, next turn. This jerk here is going to fire at Lady Jade. And she's wounded, so she takes a -1. Aha, success.
No hit.
Go wallow in your failure up there by the car.
Oh yes, get closer, please.
This guy's fucking wounded. So in his dazed confusion, he actually tries to shoot at Jean.
Yay!
Out of all the people here, all of them with their guns and armor.
You got a glitch. So it's in your favor.
You fucked up!
Yeah, you kind of fucked up there.
You have fucked up now.
Now you fucked up.
So I'm gonna say that he only gets his weapon damage against you, so defend against 5 points of physical damage. So you only take 3 points of physical damage.
You're only bleeding a little bit.
This guy over here will also attempt plan shoot at Crazy Robot Dog.
Okay.
Robot Dog will suffer a -2 for being shot at. Well, he only gets 1 success. And this guy's going to shoot at Jean because he is also slightly stunned.
Poor Jean.
Oh no.
But misses completely. Unless...
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
There's a chance you'll glitch, he says.
Guys, Gene is gonna die.
You had to say something.
You do have Edge if you would like to use Edge. Do you feel lucky, Punk?
No, not at all.
Would you like to use some of that luck that you don't feel?
Gene, you should probably use that.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Hey, it's more than 0.
He'll run over here. Gene.
So...
Gene, stop crying.
I want to get behind this car over here, and if I hack a car, would I be able to open its door to hit one of these guys?
Oh, it's so awesome.
Like, hack a car to do spring-powered door?
Yeah.
Sure! Let's see you roll exploit. I'll say that's probably enough to get into your average car.
Can I also honk the horn as I do it?
Certainly can.
Honk.
Let's say... Alright, I'll say you hit him for 3 damage because he was not expecting it.
Do I hit both of these guys over here?
Sure.
For just that little bit of damage.
Yeah.
With a gentle honk.
First, let's resolve them getting hit.
Well, what I was thinking of doing was, if he gets up a little bit, I would then close the door on his head and smash it against the car. Oh, wait. I'm a pacifist. That would kill him.
Gotta work on that.
Wow.
Did that guy just super dodge?
Well, the first guy, ducked out of the way, but the other guy just got conked, and he's out. He's just out cold. Yeah, that guy had already taken, a blow from the shotgun, so he's just down. In comedy fashion. And now it is Ghost's turn.
I'm going to do a support thing then, and can I make Lady What's-Her-Face invisible?
You certainly can cast.
Lady Jade, I think they called her.
So, you gotta pick the force.
I'll go with 2 just to make sure it works.
Okay.
Or not. Welp. That's a lot of bad rolling.
Well,
Wow.
roll that drain. Wow. You take 1 point of drain. So, we begin our second initiative pass with Quan Lou.
Who is still using his full defense action.
Correct. And then we go to Ro.
So, this guy's the one... Hey, guy, can you get out of my face?
No!
Fine, then I'll shoot it. She's gonna shoot him in the fucking face.
Are you also hitting the guy who's right fucking next to him?
Yeah, I can't not do that.
So, you get the point blank bonus.
Oh, only 4.
That seems to be fine.
Wow.
Yeah, time for their defense roll here.
Holy shit!
So that's 9 damage. He's out for the count. This guy takes, like, only scratches, really.
So he takes 1 point of stun?
Yep. And Gene.
So, I want to take this car here and try to just gun it over to about here.
Okay, roll your exploit to hack into the car. Yeah, that's good enough for the average car. So you're just driving the car over there?
Yeah, it pretty much just goes like this. I don't know if this guy right here would be, like, clipped.
And what was that about you being a pacifist?
I feel like it would be, like, just going right next to him, like, really cutting it close, but it wouldn't hit him.
Thankfully for you, he does not have dodge. Yeah, that fucker's getting hit.
Oh, he even glitched.
That dude's dead. You just murdered a dude, Gene.
He couldn't have gotten that much acceleration in that short a span.
I hope he wasn't actually killed, because that would be very bad. I'd probably lose my next turn.
And average car body is 10, so that's 5 points of physical damage.
So is he under the car now?
Yes, he took full damage from that. Let's say for dramatic sake, he's just fucking dead.
Oh no, Gene.
Also, you need to roll to avoid crashing.
Gene, you just murdered a dude.
Yeah, the one that apparently I'm having someone point me towards is getting shot first. So yeah, he's getting shot with a long burst. Narrow, as per usual. So he gets his full whatever he has for dodge. And I think he's fucking dead.
That hits?
Because that's 15 damage.
Yeah.
How much armor does he have?
A lot.
Holy shit!
Goddamn.
Holy shit!
This is a lucky man. So, he just took, what, 7 damage?
Yeah, he's not dead yet.
He's not a fine miss yet.
I have another shot. And I'm not changing targets, so it still counts at the same roll.
For the people at home, CompuFreak just rolled, what is that, 10d6?
Yeah.
Fucking 8 of them were
8
successes.
of them came up successes. The only other 2 ones were a 2 and a 3.
Isn't that a critical success?
Technically.
Okay, so I'm shooting this dude, so I'll move there. Yeah, I'm just gonna take him, I'm gonna shoot him, and I didn't do anything. So it was one success.
And he doesn't die.
Then I shoot him again. That looks a bit more like it.
0 dice.
He has to dodge 14 stun damage. Let's see, that's still 9 stun, so he's down.
So these two guys are stunned now?
They're down. They're basically down. They're basically out.
And that guy's dead, so I'm going to have to roll composure or something, aren't I?
Yep.
Let's see what the mute GM says. Then again, you just rolled 3, so...
Darn good roll.
Yeah.
Man, even as a pacifist, Gene is such a horrible person, he still kills people and can deal with it.
Yeah, you're a bit of a shitlord.
So, this guy is pretty much the only one left in commission, right?
Yep.
I want to try and hack that car again and close the door on him to pin him. So he's just kind of a sitting duck for Quan.
Oh my god.
No, I think that's a fail, because last time 3 was just cutting it.
Yeah.
So, what Quan does is he rolls up and stands on top of this guy's dead friend, and at this point-blank range, he says, "Bark, bark," and then shoots him in the face.
Ro just burst out laughing.
Welp.
Total damage to defend against is 12.
Dead.
Rip.
The gangers have been dealt with.
And he closes up the mount and goes back to looking like a normal robot dog again.
We have 2 of them stunned, right? Can we perhaps question them to see who sent them?
Ro shoots one of the guys in the face, just outright kills him, and she drags over the other unconscious guy to the rest of the group.
So, Lady Jade holsters her sidearm, kind of clutches her bullet hole, and says, "Thanks for the help. You'll get a bonus for that when all this is done, I promise." Her eyes dart around the parking lot and up and down the street, scanning for more trouble. For now, though, we need to move. Quapesec's bound to show up soon.
So we don't need this guy?
No. Go on.
She shoots him in the face, too.
They both dead. Let's go.
But what about you?
Move your ass.
Guys, let's go.
She
please.
kind of looks over at Jade and then follows everyone else.
Gene gets up from his essentially slumber and hobbles over with a bullet wound, and he's shaking from having accidentally killed someone.
Dogbot is currently nudging him forward.
Okay, so we roll out with the Dorkmobile behind my car.
I do not envy whoever's car that is I used to run over that guy.
Who the fuck cares? They're just a bunch of sinners.
Also, first aid on Jean.
That's better.
Alright, so we're driving off the scene.
Yes.
Ro opens her comm and gives a shout to Beef about a little girl named Catherine Westmore.
It's time to ask around and do data searches.
As Ro's coming back to her senses, she begins to wonder if she should have questioned those men about Lady Jade.
Well, you have questions now.
In that case, she also asks Beef to find out about a Lady Jade as well, and she sends the picture she took over to him. 4 successes.
It says, "Hey, Ro! What's going on?"
Not much. It's been one heck of a week.
Yeah.
Well, that's a story for another time. Anyway, looking for a couple of ladies.
Hey, I know what that's like. Hey, should I go to the usual place?
No, that's fine. Specifically, this lady, she sends over a picture of Lady Jade, titled Lady Jade in the picture. I'm looking for information on her, and I'm looking for the location of this little girl. And she sends over the picture of her. Her name is Catherine Westmore.
I don't know nothing about little girls there, Ro. But this Lady Jade fella, yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's an independent arms dealer. She's got a sizable market.
What's she doing as a Johnson?
Over the past 2 years, she got a huge piece of the independent market. She counts some of Denver's top buyers among her most loyal clients. You know, the gods used to make a pretty profit protecting her incoming shipments. A few weeks ago, though, she ended her business arrangement with them. Got the BBs to fill in the void.
That probably explains why some gangers were shooting at her.
Oh, yeah? Hey,
Yeah.
Lady Jade wasn't always independent. She likes to make it look like she's green, but that's how she keeps people off guard. Trust me, she's not. That's about all I know.
That's all about you know. Any idea where we can find out information about this girl?
I don't know.
What about the name of her mother? Jade. Or not Jade. Donna Westmore. Can you get back to me?
Man, I don't even know where to look.
She's a wage slave for Federated Boeing. I'm looking for any connections with any sort of gangs, any sort of, like, mafias, anything like that.
That's a really hard task. I'm not sure I'll be able to get back to you on that.
Oh, I'm sure you can. You know, Beef, you know me. You know if there's a problem that can't be solved, I'll throw money at it until it is. What can you do for me, Beef?
Man, I don't know nothing about no corporate stuff.
Alright. Well, thanks for your honesty, at least.
Yeah, I mean, you need me for anything kind of underground, anything you need. Yeah, but, man, I don't mess with the corpse.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Beef.
Yeah. Hey, when's your next album coming out?
Don't worry about that.
Don't
worry about that. Alright. And she hangs up.
Okay.
That last data search roll I did was hilarious.
Quan Lou went into the void.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dice, 6 results. So, that's 4 successes so far, and this is going to be a very slow search.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did she give us I forgot to completely ask. I completely forgot to ask. Did she give us a time limit on this?
3 days.
3 days.
I'm assuming I'm not getting anything useful aside from possibly some results on what the heck that uniform is from.
You're narrowing it down.
I wonder if I could, go into, school, if they have any sort of school cameras and do, a facial recognition thing.
I don't think Jean should go to schools.
I mean, go through the matrix through their data.
It's a possibility, but you still don't know which school exactly. And now you do.
What do we got?
You managed to get her name associated with Holm Elementary.
Alright.
What sector's that?
That is in the... Yeah, that's in the cast sector.
Alright.
Alright. So she goes to school in Cass.
You were talking to Beef earlier, correct?
I was.
Got him working on something?
Unfortunately not. He doesn't know anything about the corporate sector. Did find out some interesting information about Lady Jade.
Huh?
Apparently, Lady Jade just seems like she's actually an arms dealer. She's not normally a Miss Johnson.
Perhaps there is a family connection.
I imagine the kid could be used for some sort of blackmail.
Possibly, but that's not our problem.
It's still a kid, though.
She's reassured us that she'll be fine. As long as we don't do anything to hurt her, I think we're good.
But how do you know?
Ro thinks about it. I have a hunch. He said that Lady Jade is much more professional than she lets on. I don't think she would lie to us about something so simple. Especially since we're Shadowrunners. I mean, come on. Even if she was going to be hurt, I'm sure 1 or 2 of us would still go through the mission.
We have no idea really whether she's going to get hurt by her or not, but we do know there are people with guns interested in trying to find her as well, or at least stop people from finding her.
Or at the very least interested in finding Jade.
So I feel since we've already accepted this job, we're going to get paid. We can't really know, and until more information is brought up that would tell us not to do this, we should just go through with it.
We should look into whether this child has shown up on any missing persons lists yet.
We know where the child goes to school. What if we go and get some line of sight, and I have the control action stuff, I can pull her away from the school towards us?
Maybe that, but it's a little odd. She also, if it's Cass, It could be that she's some rich guy's daughter, or some rich lady's daughter, depending. But no, she's a wage slave.
But they never mentioned her father.
No, they didn't. It could be that she has bodyguards, is what I'm trying to say. That's always a possibility in Cass.
If I could hack into the school's data, I could possibly scan for any information that involves her name, and we could find out if there's anything else about her, like LinkedIn, like if there's any legal things or...
Her home?
Yeah, stuff like that.
It seems unlikely that she would actually still be going to that school, or this would be much simpler than it appears.
I'm a little worried. No, don't worry about it. I won't worry. Don't worry about it.
Really, Ro?
We just need to find where she is and how to get her to the drop point.
Yes. In the meantime, perhaps you could introduce me to Beef relatively soon.
We can do that later this week.
Well, the mission does take 3 days.
Right.
Could take 3 days.
Could take 3 days.
So, should I do the scanning thing?
That'd be helpful.
I should also probably use stealth with that so that it isn't found out that Jean just went through the information of a school involving some girl.
Generally, yes, it's assumed you have stealth on if not otherwise specified.
Let's see. I mean, we know her school. We just need to connect her school to wherever she is. Because I feel a little hesitant kidnapping a girl in front of a school.
If we can somehow contact her on a mobile device, I can then track her through that.
But we still need to know her phone number.
Which could be in the school's information.
Exactly. Chop chop. She just stares at Jean.
Right, so it would be possible to hack the school's computer systems if they were within range.
Well, looks like we gotta go to a school area. I really hope Jean's stealth holds up.
Jean's put on a list.
So you're all going to go there, or are there other things you want to do?
It's one of those things where I don't really know what else we have to go on.
Yeah, besides the school.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have information...
I mean, I used the one contact I think would help. Georgie isn't really going to be able to tell me much about a kid either.
Wait a second. Arcon, don't you have like some sort of contact that does maps of places?
Housekeeping, that might work for the school. That won't, they'll give us a map of the school, but it won't tell us anything about the kid, where the kid...
Alright, so Ro also contacts Tabby, since she's a corporate fixer. She deals with the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully she'll know a little bit more about this family.
Who's Tabby?
Don't worry about it, Jean.
What was her connection?
Her connection's 3.
Did you guys do a mission without me?
We aren't a team, Jean. We just happen to work on the same missions.
I would still just like a little heads up, you know.
Hello?
Hi, Tabby. It's Ro.
Oh, hi, Ro.
Hi. I'm looking for a little bit of information I hope you could help me out with. Last I heard you were more into the corporate world?
Yeah, that's right.
Alright. I'm looking for a lady by the name of Donna Westmore. She works at Federated Boeing. Need to know about her family, her living arrangements, all that fun stuff.
Donna Westmore? Yeah, Federated Boeing. That's it. Yep.
Would you be able to help me out with that?
Wait, what?
Would you be able to help me out with knowing a little bit more about her?
Yeah, I could find some time to look her up, I guess.
I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just working on getting some equipment.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. Yeah, sure, I'll ask around, see what I can find out. Anything else?
No, that's fine. Thank you, Tabby. Bye.
See ya.
Should we scout out the school?
I don't want to say yes, but yes.
Okay. Alright, so she drives over to Cass. Does she need to make a border crossing check?
Hells yeah.
Alright, what is that again?
That is a etiquette roll. Add in your fake sin rating.
Alrighty.
For everyone crossing.
I thought there was a quick etiquette, or quick roll.
That's what we're doing. Everyone except for you is adding it in as a teamwork, and then you roll with the additional dice.
Oh, right.
Yes.
So everyone do that. Still 14. Thanks a lot, Arcon.
Best at rolling.
We just roll our etiquette, right?
Etiquette plus sin rating. What? Come on.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Fine.
Ren finally woke up.
Okay, so we find the school, I'm assuming,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of just drive past it.
Okay.
And what are we looking at?
Well, I should probably try and hack into it.
Well, yeah, but is this like a high security, like, school for, like, kids that are in juvie, or is it a...
Holm Elementary School is
Oh, right, it's an elementary school.
is one of Denver's most prestigious public schools. It's got a red brick building that stands amidst a beautifully landscaped lawn. The sun looms high overhead. If you got there the next day, you probably went there at night, right? To be really creepy.
Well, we went there whenever. Like, we're passing by. It's not like we're driving up to the place. Like, up into their parking lot.
Yeah, this is just passing by. It's essentially scouting it for later.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
I mean, can he do it from here? Or do we need to go inside?
My assumption was if you were going to go in, it would be at night when no one's there.
Yeah, if we're just getting information, that's when we need to go. Because if we go in and something bad happens, I don't know if Ro would have a problem with it, but I have a problem with just shooting in a school full of children.
Gene definitely has a problem with that.
Yeah, well, you're a pacifist. But they probably have, like, security shit. Okay, so, is there any sort of, I'm assuming Gene can't just do the hack from here, a wireless remote hack.
Possibly. It's got the wireless network has a range of 400 meters.
That should be more than enough, actually.
You should easily be able to pop in from there, so you can basically be the van sitting outside at night later.
Again, this sounds really creepy outside of a school.
It's not a van, it's a sports car.
Like, are we just gonna have a scene of Gene outside of a school at night, passed out on his scooter, hacking?
You can be passed out in the scooter if you want to.
Stop being such a freaking baby.
We can throw a sheet over him.
You also notice the Lone Star patrolling.
Oh, shit.
That's the popo.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so we can't stop, and if we go around again, that's gonna be weird. Can you hack while we're driving around?
I should be able to.
Then do it. We only have a little bit of time, though.
Trying to sign in on the network and get information fast.
Well,
Oh my god.
Thankfully for you, hacking on the fly is an extended test.
Okay.
He found the lunch menu.
However, what is your stealth?
Yes, please tell me your stealth.
5.
Oh, that's good. Let's see if they detect you.
Oh dear.
Also, I need to know what kind of account you want to spoof.
P.S. I just realized that he glitched.
Ooh, really?
I thought you noticed that.
Really?
Thanks, GoggleFox.
GoggleFox.
Thanks, GoggleFox. Fucking traitor.
But yes, what kind of account do you want to make? You can have a regular user, a security account, or an admin account, with increasing threshold.
I mean, the only one that would probably make sense would be a sort of administrative account for why I'd be going through a student's information.
Okay,
It's gonna take a while.
so make your next roll.
Is there any way I could help out?
You could try to also hack in.
That was really close to a glitch.
My exploit is... well, it's 5, but I don't have anything else. So it would be a 7d6, and my stealth is 6.
Holy shit.
So should I just roll a 7d6?
If you want to try and break in as well, go for it.
Like... okay. Why the hell not?
Gene's pride is about to take a hit.
No, it isn't.
You rolled fewer ones.
True.
Uh-oh, what's that?
So, are you going to keep trying to break in?
Yeah, sure.
Then roll.
Are you kidding me?
God damn it!
Interesting.
I've glitched twice. It should go to show. I glitched 3 times so far tonight.
Do we get a door prize for that?
You could say that.
Are you continuing to hack row?
I feel like we should probably try to get out of here for now.
Can I use common sense?
To do what?
Should I continue to hack with Gene fucking up so badly?
You're not in yet.
Like, I'm thinking we should... We're still moving, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think I should give it one more try, and if it goes horrible again, we should leave because of... I don't know if they've gotten through my stealth.
I'll let GoggleFox do that.
So, GoggleFox. Quan Lou is now scanning for radio traffic.
Yeah, specifically to see if there's threads other than ours, and especially ones that would be Lone Star related.
There is occasionally radio check-ins, as it would be usual for a patrol.
So nothing yet to suggest, holy shit, someone is trying to break into our system, someone needs to stop that.
At least not that the physical security knows about.
Well, that's a plus.
Oh, come on!
You're still doing pretty good.
So, Tolvo, what is your net successes so far?
Oh, 3.
No,
I
it's
think.
1, 2, 3...
Oh, I forgot the glitches ones actually did get some successes.
7.
Yeah.
And I have 3. So.
But you're still not in.
Oh, this is a high-tech place.
But you found the PTA schedule.
No, not even into the computer yet. Oh, yeah, what kind of account is Ro going for? Also admin?
I'll go with security.
Okay.
So I'm at 5.
I'm at 8.
So I've got good news.
Mm-hmm.
Gene is in.
Mm-hmm.
He has admin access.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's a system-wide alert.
I kind of figured.
Fantastic.
Now, I wonder if I can try and change that into saying, like, false alarm.
Well,
Like, make it seem like somebody was just trying to log in and they kept screwing up the password.
maybe, but you're gonna have to tell that to the ice that's coming at you.
Ice?
Ice.
Welcome to Intrusion Countermeasures Electronic.
And I'm not in, so I can't help, right?
Not yet, you're not, no.
At least it isn't black ice. Is it black ice?
So!
Can it see him?
Black ice.
Oh, it knows he's there.
Well, Gene would know it, doesn't he?
Most likely. But you are in the Matrix now. You should probably roll Matrix Initiative.
Okay.
P.S. This has gone bad.
For wound penalties, I'm just at 1, right?
You have 1 health, so I don't think you have any penalties. Unless you're really that prone to pain.
Okay.
I need to roll for Sachi. It's good stats for ice.
I'm thinking I should probably call my sprite.
Well, Gene, you do have the initiative on Sachi.
Sweet. So, am I able to call forth my sprite?
You may compile a sprite, yes.
Because I have a fault sprite, and I'd like to use that electron storm on this thing.
Oh, this is one that you had summoned already? One that is subscribed to you, perhaps?
Yeah, it's one that I had added.
Okay, so it was there with you the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, how many tasks did you have for it?
2, and it has a rating of 5.
Okay. So you want it to use Electron Storm?
Yes.
Okay, can you roll... Or I'll roll for the sprite, hold on.
Also, my sprite is Brutus.
Et tu, Brute?
15 of them and only 4 successes.
It's a fast little bugger. So it will wait for you to do what you need to do. And you command it. That's a free action, I believe.
Alright. So now... Oh, wait, did the Electron Storm hit?
Well, it'll do it on its turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Trying to think, because if I should maybe I should armor up.
Could be helpful.
So, if I want to armor myself up, do I just roll the rating? Or is it a passive one?
Yes. It works like having armor on.
Oh, okay, that's at 3.
Yes. Okay.
Well, then I guess the main thing to do would be to try and attack it, or maybe analyze it. If that would...
Both are good things. Analyzing could tell you what the hell it is, and what it has.
Yeah, I think I'll go with analyze.
Roll it.
Damn. Look at those successes.
All of a sudden.
That's where they all were.
So, yeah, it's armed with blackout.
On the one hand, could be worse. On the other hand, you're still screwed.
So,
Rip, Gene.
don't get hit, or it will lock you in.
Okay.
Now then, that was a simple action. So you may have another simple action or a complex action.
What counts as a simple action?
Analyze, call or dismiss a sprite, deactivate a program, decrypt something, encrypt something, issue a command, which I suppose technically you've done for your sprite.
I suppose there's not anything for me to decrypt here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you issued a command to your sprite and then you analyzed. So that is pretty much your turn. Well, your pass. Which brings us to your sprite. And you told it to use Electron Storm as one of its services.
Yep.
Interesting. So, it needs to attack.
Interesting.
Neat. Okay, so, we will cyber combat.
Well, what? Oh my
Rip
god.
sprite.
Very sad sprite.
Yeah, I think I'm dead, guys.
Not quite.
You can always retreat.
Yeah, it's gotta hit you first, in addition to the massive damage it would deal. So, Sachi is going to use Blackout.
Rip.
And is that just against my armor?
You can dodge, I think.
Yeah. That's basically to lock you in so it could slaughter you.
Yeah, Blockout will knock you out, and then it can seek you out afterward.
I don't like this.
Honestly, Ro would have just fucking run.
Okay, so it will use its cyber combat plus the rating of its program, and you are defending with response plus firewall.
Are you kidding me?
How?
This is fascinating.
Guys, I think Gene's dead.
Just re-roll it. You need to survive.
Well, this'll just hurt him. The thing is, it means that now it's harder for him to shut off his connection if he wants to run.
Keep in mind that while this is going on, Ro is still breaking in as well.
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe I should use my edge.
Would you like to?
Do you want him to be dead or alive?
Yeah, I think I won't use my edge to re-roll that at all.
Okay.
Just waiting for the 0 to come back again. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, I barely survive.
You dodge the attack.
Okay.
The blackout lasers it fires at you. The beams of light emanating from its happy chest modules.
Oh yeah, I'm as my persona right now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Tell us what you look like.
Oh god. So, Gene's persona is the Roman god Portunes, god of gates, keys, and harbors. This persona takes the form of a two-headed man with a beard on each jaw. He wears iron armor and an ensemble of an early Roman soldier's gear, while carrying a large brass key. He also wears a cape that is crimson in color.
Alright, well, you're sitting in what appears to be a digital representation of the school, complete with hallways and doors and bulletin boards filled with children's drawings. And patrolling the halls is a giant, friendly Sachi.
This just gets creepier and weirder. I'm like a floating Roman god going around a school fighting some sort of giant pear demon.
Yeah, I don't know if I roll to get in.
I think you're in slow-mo unless you're in VR.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you are kind of going in meat space right now. Which brings us back to Gene.
I think I should probably just attack this thing now.
Oh, it did snipe at you. So the system is in full alert.
By the way, is all of this information still going across the radio waves?
The radio hasn't even gotten to it yet.
No, I mean the communication between this living persona sitting next to me and what's going on in there.
Not really? Like, I don't think that's a radio type thing.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's not a glitch. It's not a glitch.
It almost was. It was one off.
God.
Like, watch, it'll get all sixes.
Honestly, I'd say get out.
Ordinarily, if there's an alert, the answer is get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yes, it dodges. But then it is your sprite. Brutus will blast it. There's electron storm.
Come on, Brutus, I got a lot riding on this.
Get
Are
out.
you kidding me?
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Yeah, I'm leaving on my next turn if I live.
Yeah, he dodges the flailing array of explosive data. And Sachi continues to focus on Jean. Trying again with the blackout.
Rip.
Aha!
Deftly dodged.
Oh, yes.
So, can I just disconnect?
Nothing is stopping you from disconnecting, so to speak.
Like, a small part of me is saying I should stay and try, and the other part is saying get out, so I'm getting out.
And then you're out.
And as soon as Gene comes back to consciousness, he just starts yelling, "Go, go, go, drive, drive, drive!"